Exploring the Middle Ages reveals its profound impact on modern life through cause and effect. Understanding grammar involves identifying parts of speech, subjects, and predicates. Morphology focuses on selecting words with the root arch to complete sentences. Spelling practice enhances language skills by using targeted words effectively. In this lesson, we explore the impact of Middle Ages events on modern life. We'll review key developments using the Important Events and Developments chart. Students will engage in reading, grammar, and morphology activities, focusing on subjects, predicates, and the root arch. Spelling practice will reinforce vocabulary skills, ensuring a comprehensive understanding of the material. The Middle Ages saw significant developments like the feudal system, knights, and castles, which shaped societal structures. The Battle of Hastings and the Magna Carta were pivotal events influencing governance. Technological advancements in weapons and inventions also played crucial roles. Understanding these impacts helps us grasp the era's complexity and its influence on modern society. In the Middle Ages, pestilence was a deadly threat, often leading to a multitude of deaths. Negotiations and truces were crucial in resolving conflicts, while mighty leaders sought to maintain power. Encounters with new ideas and technologies began to unravel old systems, paving the way for a changing world. Indeed, these developments shaped our modern society. The Middle Ages began with the fall of the Roman Empire. In the feudal system, lords held more power than serfs. Castles and knights provided protection during frequent conflicts. The growth of towns spurred the middle class and altered the feudal system. The Pope led the powerful Christian Church. King Henry II reformed the legal system, and Magna Carta limited royal power. In Chapter 9, A Changing World, we explore how the Middle Ages shaped our present. Key vocabulary includes encounter, truce, and negotiation. These terms highlight the era's complexities. The big question asks us to consider the lasting impact of medieval innovations on modern life. Let's delve into these transformative developments. Divide students into two groups for reading Chapter 9. Group 1 receives guided support, while Group 2 works independently. Group 1 uses guided reading supports and completes Activity Page 14.2 with assistance. Group 2 discusses the chapter and completes Activity Page 14.2 independently. Encourage Group 2 to explore medieval musings and letter quest activities if they finish early. The Middle Ages, spanning over a millennium, were marked by wars, monarchies, and the devastating Black Death. Despite the passage of time, their influence persists through ideas, laws, and inventions. The 100 Years' War, a series of conflicts from 1337 to 1453, began with English King Edward III's claim to the French throne, shaping history profoundly. The 100 Years' War, a series of conflicts between England and France, saw the English utilizing longbows to defeat French knights, notably at Agincourt in 1415 Common Era. Despite early English victories, France ultimately retained most of its territory. This war fostered a strong sense of nationalism as people fought for their king and homeland. Joan of Arc, born in 1412 Common Era in eastern France, was a peasant girl who never learned to read or write. At 13, she began experiencing visions, believing God was speaking to her. By 17, after her village was burned by the English, she felt divinely inspired to lead France to victory in the 100 Years' War. Joan of Arc, from a humble peasant background, remarkably convinced the governor to let her meet the Dauphin, the future King Charles VII. She led French forces to liberate Orléans, securing the Dauphin's coronation. Tragically, Joan was later captured, tried as a heretic, and executed by the English. Incredibly, Joan, a young peasant girl, was granted an audience with the Dauphin, a powerful figure. Heretic refers to someone opposing church teachings, a charge Joan faced leading to her execution. Her story highlights the tension between individual conviction and institutional authority during her time. The Black Death, brought by traders from the Middle East, devastated Europe in the 600s, killing at least one-third of the population. It reached England in 1348, spreading terror as it moved to Wales, Scotland, and Ireland. Carried by fleas on rodents, it affected all societal levels, recurring multiple times in the 1300s and 1400s. Henry Knighton, a canon in Leicester, documented the Black Death's devastating impact in 1348 Common Era. The pestilence entered through Southampton, reaching Bristol, where nearly the entire population perished swiftly. In Leicester, parishes like St. Leonard and Holy Cross saw hundreds die, illustrating the plague's rapid and indiscriminate spread across Europe. Primary sources, like the account by Henry Knighton, offer first-hand insights into historical events. Knighton described the plague's impact as a multitude perished, indicating a large number of deaths. Such documents help historians understand the scale and human experience of past events, providing invaluable context to the devastation caused by the plague. By the end of the Middle Ages, warfare evolved significantly. Cannons and firearms replaced traditional archers and knights, making battles more lethal. This shift in military technology marked a turning point in European warfare as the machinery of war became increasingly deadly, altering strategies and outcomes on the battlefield. The Middle Ages saw profound changes. Cannons and firearms revolutionized warfare, diminishing the role of archers and knights. Towns grew, unraveling feudal ties as people sought new opportunities. Navigational tools like the compass and astrolabe spurred exploration. The printing press, invented in 1450 Common Era, democratized knowledge, making books accessible and fostering literacy across social classes. Encouraged students to explore medieval musings by researching independently or in groups. They should also look for the hidden letter in the stained glass window at each chapter's end. These letters, recorded on activity page 2.3, can be rearranged to form a word related to the Middle Ages. Reflect on Joan of Arc's role in the 100 Years' War. Her unique position as a female soldier, claiming divine guidance, and achieving victories like Orleans significantly contributed to France's success. Students should summarize the Middle Ages' key events, such as the feudal system's power dynamics, the Magna Carta's democratic influence, and the evolution of language post-Battle of Hastings. The word indeed signifies certainty, as in France won the war in the end. It's an adverb. Synonyms include certainly, really, and definitely. Practice using these in sentences to reinforce understanding. For example, the afternoon was certainly sunny and warm. Let's delve into grammar by identifying parts of speech, subjects, and predicates. A subject tells who or what a sentence is about, while the predicate describes the action. For example, in King John taxed nobles, King John is the subject, and taxed nobles is the predicate. Students should practice identifying these elements independently. Students will explore words with the root arch to complete sentences. For example, arch-rival fits when fans fill a stadium for a fierce competition. Similarly, matriarch describes a queen's rise to power. In another instance, archbishop is used when discussing a powerful church leader. Finally, monarchy is relevant when a king makes crucial decisions. Engage students in spelling practice by having them say, spell, and repeat words like nonverbal, unsettle, and nonfiction. Encourage visualization techniques, such as tracing on paper, to aid memory. Students should then independently create sentences using these words, preparing for the upcoming spelling assessment.